Okay, so we have ACCM with Poles and Vinchester with the Mongols. And so Mongols is going to be the more aggressive civ, and Poles is going to be probably better as the game gets going. So yeah, basically it's up to ACCM, or no, sorry, it's up to Vinchester to do damage in the early game. But if the game goes later, I think that ACCM is just gonna get so ahead with that Polish economy. Um, Obviously, there's a lot of gold in the center, but both players can kind of control the center. Like one player can have a castle um, off to the side, and the other player can kind of get a castle also in the center. Like the middle is pretty big on this map, so even if one player controls the center, it doesn't mean the other player can't take some of the gold in the center. It's just kind of difficult. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. Um, but yeah, we have Vinchester going up to the feudal age super quickly, as Mongols makes sense with the faster hunting. You can get up super fast, and we see he only has like 4 on food right now, or well, 4 on the hunt, 3 on the berries, the rest on wood, because you actually need so much wood to just get the barracks up and get the stable up. So kind of have to balance your economy like that if you're going to go up this fast. And we're seeing ACCM click up now. He's got a forework in the back. This is a perfect base for poles. Like, look, stone here, forage here. He's got an extra stone in the back here, although that's pretty awkward to take. Wait, whoa. That's actually horrible. How do you even take that? I was thinking of mining camp here, but like he can't even get vills there unless he brings them around this side. So that's actually a really bad mining. You'd have to get the mining camp like out here, probably like right here. How do you even take that? Anyways, so we're gonna be seeing the stable. Vinchester wanting to wall over to here so that he has another wood line. That's completely fine. And of course the Mongols, their scouts, have extra line of sight. So, well, Vinchester got a little unlucky. He scouted the wrong direction, but he's fixing it now. He just needs to know where he wants to send his scouts. And he sees the barracks. So, Vinchester's just going to know that ACCM will be adding military, not trying to do some crazy FC. Sometimes you could just go FC on this map, but I guess Mongols probably not the greatest idea. Just trying to harass here a little bit, but doesn't want to lose too much HP. Second scout coming in. And with 2 scouts, you can kind of harass like a walling villager, but you don't want to full commit to really anything. But Vinchester confirming that it's going to be scouts. And when you play scouts into scouts, it's kind of tricky because if you're up later, you're never going to be able to catch up in scout numbers. So, Vinchester is just always going to have a few more scouts and is going to be able to put the pressure. And nice little wall in here so that the villager doesn't get harassed. But with the spears out, ACCM is going to be completely fine. Yeah, I don't think nothing's going to die here. The problem is like, yeah, that's a good play against a normal civ to just like try and weaken vills. But guess what? Poles have regenerating vills. That did literally nothing. So it's not even worth it to soften up vills against poles. Like, normally, yeah, you do a little bit of damage, and then you go back, and then you look for weak vills. You can't do that against poles because of the regenerating vills. So it's just not really... It's not very nice to play against poles. Oh, that could be a vill, though. If it's just... Nah. ACCM's got it. So Vinchester not able to get any damage done. He's going to take 2 hits. Oh, man, what is this pathing? 2 of his scouts just decided not to attack, but anyways. Took 2 hits from the spears. 2 hits from the spears is pretty normal, like, from a single spear. Sometimes you can kill it before it gets that second hit off, but yeah, usually you take 2 hits. But yeah, everything is closed here. And Vinchester's just going to focus on the macro. So he's just going to be adding in farms. And, well, his base is pretty good too. Stone and gold in the back. Berries in the back as well. So pretty easy to just wall. Now, against scouts, you kind of want to connect the walls, though. ACCM could run past. So these walls aren't very functional against scouts. But with all of these scouts on the field, ACCM might have some trouble like actually doing anything with his own scouts. And ACCM only added 2 additional scouts, so yeah, not a huge commitment there. And as long as Vinchester has eyes on them, they won't really do too much damage. Vinchester maybe adding a few too many scouts. I think he thought that he was going to be able to get in, but ACCM getting his walls up just on time. And it's pretty easy to wall this map because you're up against the edge. So it's like you don't have to worry about walling the back. You just wall the front. So even though it is a big wall in the front, you don't have to wall anything in the back. So yeah, players tend to wall up pretty easily here. And ACCM with the like single line of trees here, it's kind of interesting. I guess with a TC you could start taking those. Nah, ACM, he's not open here. Like this actually hits this. It's naturally walled with the stone. So he's kind of lucky there. Although this stone is so hard to take for him. And look, this is what I'm saying. These walls aren't good against scouts. Vinchester losing a villager kind of sloppy here. Like these walls don't protect against scouts. You have to connect it. Otherwise the scouts will just run past. Scouts are going to die though. Like they're trapped. Yeah. Vinchester not even garrisoning there. Even though he could have taken some hits because he knows that ACCM scouts are trapped and he's just going to chase with his own scouts. So smart play. He didn't need to garrison. Although placing 2 palisade gates like this, like he was forced to connect the walls anyways to keep the scouts inside, so he could have just done that earlier and then not lost a vill. So bit of a mistake by Vinchester here. Both players going to be going up to Castle Age any second, and I wonder if we're going to be seeing the Step Lancer play from our Mongols player. It's a pretty strong opening, and we saw Vinchester play Mongols in the previous set as well from yesterday. And yeah, he went Step Lancers in that game. So that's probably what we will see in this game. ACCM not with any gates or anything, but Step Lancers can still break down walls pretty darn quickly. ACCM has his building, so he's just a little short on gold. ACCM not going for the stone, which is kind of weird. He also he needed to place his full work down 1 tile so he has better stone efficiency when he gets a mining camp. But yeah, 1 minute, well not quite a minute, 40 seconds faster up to the Castle Age is Vinchester. Vinchester getting bloodlines, so that signals that he is going to want to make some knights, maybe knights, maybe Step Lancer. He'll probably make just pure Step Lancer, but you know, having a couple of knights in there, because technically the knights do a little bit more damage, but they are a bit slower, and it's only 1 less damage. So do they attack slower as well, Step Lancers? Maybe. It's hard to tell with the animation. I'd have to look at the attack rates. But anyways, the Step Lancers, pretty strong unit. And looks like Vinchester's going to go for a TC in the center. Actually, wait, no, he's going for a castle. Wait, I didn't realize he was mining stone that much. I don't know about going for a castle. So he's opening with Mangadai? I guess into Poles. Poles doesn't really have... Poles is a little weak to Cav Archers. So, yeah, he's going to get a castle right up here. I don't know. Taking the center is kind of a weird approach off the start because you invest so much into this and then it's like, it's pretty risky. Now, Vinchester will win this fight, probably. Well, wait, it's Bloodlines versus Bloodlines. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 spears, though. He's got Vills, though. 1 camel will change things, that's for sure. Why is Poles weak against CA? Well, if they don't open with crossbowmen, then they kind of just have, like, knights, and knights die to CA pretty hard. Yeah, this is a little sketchy. Nice walls, really nice walls. And the camel will clean everything up. But yeah, this is a pretty big investment to go for this castle. And it only makes sense if Vinchester's going to start making Mangadai right away. Which he will be. But look, ACCM already adding his TCs. Whereas Vinchester hasn't added his TCs yet. So this is slowing Vinchester's economy down quite a lot. So Vinchester probably could have been ahead economically if he just added TCs right away. But he went for the Mangadai. And you know, maybe that's good because, as I was saying, as the game goes, Poles is going to get stronger and stronger because of their economy. So Mongols needs to make something happen anyways. So going for Mangadai, staying on 1 TC as well. He's not getting another TC. If he was going to make another TC, he would just get it now and like wait for the stone. But he's actually floating a lot of wood. Maybe he should have gone for a TC. What is he going to spend his wood on? Maybe a monastery? He'll probably... what? He's getting a TC here? What is this TC, Vinchester? I'm so confused. I don't get why he didn't just add a TC here instead of the mining camp. Then he just like walls it with a TC. He needs to get a monastery probably though. I don't think he can really keep up with the knight numbers here. Kind of a weird play here from Vinchester. Because Mangadai, like, they're not very good in early Castle Age. Because you need to get a lot of upgrades until they're actually good. And Vinchester kind of not able to actually afford everything. He's prioritizing Bowsaw over getting Bodkin Arrow. Well, these knights don't have any pierce armor, right? Or they don't have any armor upgrades. So they're not that scary. But still a lot of them. And 3 Mangadai aren't really going to be able to do too much here. But yeah, Vinchester prioritizing Bowsaw tells me that he wants to play economic, but ACCM's on 3 TCs, so you're gonna go 2 TC economic play against Poles, who's doing 3 TC boom. I don't know if this is the play. Like, Vinchester's just gonna slowly get behind in this game because he's kind of done the half and half approach where you invest a little bit into military, a little bit into economy. And I think you really have to choose one or the other against Poles especially. Mangadai's a strong unit, but I don't know about this approach. Husbandry gonna be coming in for ACCM, and I don't believe, do we have Husbandry as Vinchester? I didn't see it come in. Although, maybe it's in? Are Mangadai without Husbandry actually still faster than Knights with Husbandry? Maybe it already came in. I don't know. I don't think it did, though. Like, Mangadai's a speedy unit. There we go. So these Knights are in, but they're not really going to find any damage. No ballistics, so they are going to be able to run around quite a bit. But Vinchester's going to be able to just wall everywhere. Here we go. What if Mangadai can deal with Shlachta Knight spam? They can. They can easily deal with it, but you have to have the economy and the numbers to back it up. Like, we're not seeing Shlachta yet because ACCM doesn't have a castle. He's just making some knights to pressure here. And ACCM doesn't need to get damage done right now. Like, Vinchester's only on 2 TCs, so Vinchester's kind of damaging himself by not having a 3rd TC. So, it's like, these knights are just distracting the Mangadai so the Mangadai don't come forward and like pick off vills and stuff. So ACCM's doing a really good job. And is Vinchester gonna lose a Mangadai? No, he's too good for that. He's gonna run away. Run back to the castle. But yeah, not having a TC in the center, really weird. Definitely Vinchester could have afforded that, and it would have just helped a lot. The Viper quick walls, let's go. So these are finally going to get cleaned up, but he's going to lose a Mangadai for it. Probably? Yeah, he loses one. But, I mean, it's 3 knights for a Mangadai. Not too bad. But the knights are in again. But, well, are they really going to do that much? Scale Barding just coming in, so that's just +1 armor. And, well, Vinchester Micro. Vinchester finally getting Bodkin. I think he maybe forgot Bodkin, actually. It's pretty weird to get it this late. Obviously, like, he wanted to prioritize making vills and stuff, but like, he's so far behind in the vill count because he didn't go for the 3rd TC. And playing, like, defensive Mangadai on lower economy than your opponent is just never a good play. Okay, so Mangadai... So he does have Husbandry then, if Mangadai is 1.4. So yeah, these Mangadais are still faster than the Knights. It's just like only by a little. I thought it was going to be by a lot. With ballistics, now these Knights are going to die pretty quickly. Ballistic's pretty big upgrade here, and Castle coming down for our Poles player. ACCM getting the second armor upgrade, and Finchester finally adding a third TC, but I fear it's too little too late, because ACCM is 26 villagers ahead. And that is a pretty huge eco lead. And look at these Polish farms. ACCM, I don't know, he made one farm, not under the full work, which is not the greatest, but anyways, you generally want to make them all under full works, just at all costs. It's so good. Too good, you could even say. More stables, so... And there's the privileges. I don't think ACCM even needs to go imp. Like, he can just flood knights from here and it doesn't even matter. Normally, Mangadai can deal with the knights, but we'll see. Like, Poles is insane. They can have, like, 1,000,000 times more knights than a regular civ. Vinchester has the score lead, which I think gives him confidence, but I don't really like his position. We'll see how many vills he can get here. He's not grouped up, though, and ACCM sees it right away. What kind of vision does he have? Well, he doesn't even have that great vision. He doesn't have Town Watch, but still. Able to spot that super quickly. And, yeah, the Mangadai, he's not even producing anymore. I guess maybe he's forgetting production. Maybe he wants to go up to imp. We'll see. Let's see. 4 stables to 4 on gold. Yeah, exactly. That's what it feels like for these Schlachten Knights. Second castle in the center. All right. Well then. And yeah, Vinchester wanting to go in. That's probably his only play. That's why he stopped Manganite production. He's going to sell more wood, and then he's going to try and get up. He should probably cancel the vills that he has in queue and just go up as fast as possible. The thing is that ACCM is going to stay in the castle age and just spam knights. So we're going to be seeing like 60 knights from ACCM, and I'm not sure if Vinchester is going to be able to even protect his trebs against that many knights. And the knights are in. He's walling though. There we go. Well, the knights, they will eventually go down, but that is idling 10 villagers, so not a bad play. This castle, it does range a little bit more of the mining economy. So ACCM still doesn't have the center, so he's still not really able to actually get gold. But the thing with Poles is that they also generate gold from the stones, so they have lots of gold. Not a big deal. So stone gate coming down here, which is probably the best play, because yeah, Vinchester just needs to buy a lot of time. Some of these knights are going to go down to the Mangadai, and Vinchester's only like 40 seconds ahead to the next age. And ACCM's going to be able to get a second castle. We'll see where he makes it, though. He's going to have to get it before he's imp so that he can have double treb production. Although it's not even the biggest deal. Like, ACCM can just add knights. Just unlimited knight spam. But, that said, Mangadai is an insane unit. Like, if Vinchester gets enough Mangadai, he can kind of still fight the knights. Oh, a few knights got in. That's so annoying. Well, as long as the Mangadai are back in the center to protect the trebs, then Vinchester will be fine. Because he can't really have trebs here shooting the castle without Mangadai to support. Unless he walls it in with stone walls, which could still be good. Yeah, I think Vinch's position is maybe okay at this point. He's behind economically, though. And, yeah, Poles is kind of insane. We saw a 1750 rated player beat Fire on Arena with Poles earlier in this tournament. Kind of crazy. Took a game off of Fire. So yeah, anyways. Double trebs, probably. There's one treb. Oh. Did he not have enough? Wait, he bought food? Okay. Needs to get another treb in the queue. Needs to sell that wood and get another treb in the queue. It's so key to get these trebs out right away. One treb's not going to cut it, I think. Maybe he's saving for elite Mangadai. Saving for elite Mangadai could be okay, actually. Was this pre-nerf? No, this was like yesterday. Poles are still way too strong, in my opinion. Like, they're still like absolutely busted. But yeah, maybe a single treb is okay because it'll still bait ACCM to send knights under the castle and lose some of them. Because poles don't have the final armor, so they're still not that great at diving, and it still puts pressure. Thumbring coming in. Wow, yeah. Vinchester's missing so many upgrades. He wants to prioritize getting Mangadai upgrades before getting a bunch of trebs out, but he he still wants to put the pressure with the one treb. So I think I understand what his thought process is here. It makes sense. And these knights will kind of go down, but like these knights there's just unlimited of them. They're just here to keep the Mangadai here while ACCM pushes the front, and another set of knights. Like, there's no way to protect this. The only way to protect this would have been to have stone walls around the trebs. There we go. And I mean, yeah, there's 29 Mangadai, but there's unlimited knights, and just Vinchester being behind in the economy, it didn't allow him to really get the Mangadai numbers. And unfortunately, move command is bugged right now, so his guys are doing a little jiggle, taking a lot of extra damage from the Cavalier. Unnecessarily. Losing a bunch of Mangadai. No elite upgrade either. And these knights spam, never gonna stop. ACCM with 50 knights. 50 Cavalier, I should say, at this point. And the Mangadai, yeah, they can one-shot, but it's still not the greatest position here. So they will slowly get thinned out. And there's only 19 of them now, so they can't even one-shot anymore. I think Vinchester is slowly dying here. Crop rotation coming in, and yeah, Vinchester calling it. You just can't really let your opponent get pulls on any map. It's just like the economy is just way too strong. Like, he's 20,000 resources ahead. Yeah, he had one more TC, but like 20,000 more resources. He collected double the food compared to the Mongols player. He only had one more TC. So, like, how is he collecting double the food? Kind of insane. And obviously having like a bunch of free gold from the stone as well is pretty busted. Especially on a map like this where there's not that much gold in the base, and there's quite a bit of stone, or at least like enough stone. So you don't even have to really take the center. But well, I think Vinchester played it wrong as well. It's not just about poles being so strong. I think that Vinchester's approach was a little bit wishy-washy there as well. So anyways, we'll get into game 2 here. Let me